Welcome. You found my secret channel. If this is your first time here, take what resonates, sleep the rest. As usual, let's jump right on in. So, what I'm getting today is you are wanted. If someone is wanting you for the job or a job here, we have afterlife. Interesting. But someone is wanting you here for a job, or someone is pointing you out, pinpointing you, or pointing in your direction when it comes to this job or this opportunity here. So we're gonna pull some cards. We're gonna get some surrounding energies, what's going on, and maybe even what specifically this job entails. Especially since we got this afterlife card. Let's look on the bottom and see what came with the afterlife. Oh, there you go. We have money. So this interesting. Maybe it's an actual inheritance. Maybe someone has. So we have the Four of Pentacles coming out first, cutting you off. So this was almost owed to you, or it is known that it is going to you. That is already known. That's a known idea or a known fact. This belongs to you. Your name was already on it. It's almost, it has nothing to do with this Four of Pentacles energy. This energy comes through as someone who's withholding or holding back or almost trying to decide or make the say who this money is going to go to or who actually deserves this money. And at the end of the day, it's not even in their willpower. This is like a miser energy or an energy of control. The money is, it's almost, it's already destined or contracted or designed to go to you. So let's see. So we have this Two of Cups energy. So this is this dashing energy. This is almost your energy here, or the energy that you're in. You are in the receiving energy, or you are in this flow state regardless or no matter what. This comes through as your abilities as well. You have this ability to connect or to bring this connector energy or this divine energy, an energy that is wanted and someone wants to support it. So this is your work and how you do your work. You're almost very good at your work. People love to engage in your work or engage with you in a sense. They like to see what you do or what you have been doing. They're actually curious on what you've been working on or what you're, bringing into work the next day. If this is actually talking all about work here, or they're waiting for that work conversation. Like it's almost, this is the Two of Cups, but it's nothing even completely romantic, or it's just your vibe almost. It's just your energy. Like people like that high and by you give, or that flow you bring into the room for that 1 second. It's almost like, so this person is seeing this and everybody else is seeing it too, but they're almost trying to hold back and almost say like you, they're almost trying to make you second guess yourself, or almost trying to make you almost doubt your ability to create this resonance in the room, or resonance, this flow within people or within everyone. So we have the interesting, we have the death card here. It's funny because they try so hard to almost withhold or to hold something back or to put their foot in the way of what you're receiving, but what you're receiving is eternal. It almost has nothing to do with anything tangible, or what you're creating is eternal. It literally comes from the afterlife, or what you're manifesting and bringing into this life. It has nothing to do with the actual physical interaction or the, high and by at work. It is the almost the energy or the aura or the power or the experience that you've already done and completed and been through. So it's like how some it's funny because it's like, how are you gonna try to hold back and take back an experience that someone has been through or been, it has nothing to do with you. It's almost mind your business because you can't stop a situation where you weren't even there for it, you know? You're saying everything that you are and everything that you became, it has nothing to do with this very moment. It's almost like if you can take the moment, or they can try to swipe the rug from under you in the moment, but it's not going to almost knock the rest of your flow for life or forever. And then they'll just look like, this, a miser energy, or they'll just, everyone will start to perceive them as this, and then they that's the energy about it. It's nothing physical or tangible as he's holding on to our Four of Pentacles, which me talks about almost like this these four squares, or the, the grounding, the earth thing. Like, it has nothing to do about the surface level, the grounding, the earth thing. You're you because you're you. You create this vibe because you create this vibe. That's just you. And it has nothing to do with anything on the outside that they can, swipe or take away from you. They may be able to stop you in the moment, but in the end, this is the afterlife card, death in the afterlife. Like, they realize it's really nothing to do with, anything on surface level. It's beyond the gates. It's beyond this layer. It's beyond this realm. And this is where they stop. They don't have that afterlife energy or that afterlife vibe, so they can't even get past the gates or the doors. So they can stop you almost in this realm or in your face, but behind closed doors, people are still wanting you or asking for you or trying to find you. And so we have this temperance energy, and let's grab the other card with that, since we have the King of Cups. It's funny because the King of Cups is supportive of the temperance energy, or is supportive in the background, but they're almost of opposite, or not wanting to see it. So it's the best way for them to. It's like the universe is telling them, it's basically the best way for you to get on is to get on. Just don't look, because you're gonna do your thing, or you're gonna be in this temperance energy. You're gonna be in this divine. You're gonna do you, basically, regardless. You're gonna do you. So it's saying, love it basically to them, or love it from a distance, or love it without trying to put your foot in the way. It's almost like a butterfly. Being sad to almost let this butterfly be free. But knowing that if you contain it, or if you hold it, then you won't have access to it at all. Like, if you hold the butterfly so tight, or if they hold you so tight, they won't have access to you at all, because you're trying to grow, or you're trying to go. Like, you're trying to grow, and you're trying to get this position, you're trying to elevate, you're trying to, move on, you're trying to continue through life. But this energy of holding it down, or holding you down, almost kills your energy, or brings you back, or brings you down. And they realize that if they want you in their space, they have to, treat your relationship or your situation in a different way, because you're expanding, and you're moving, you're looking for something. Scrap one. Whatever it is, the best possible outcome, the best possible situation. And there's nothing wrong, or there's nothing bad with that. Okay, so let's put that at the bottom. What fell was the Page of Swords, which is interesting. But now they're able to see you in your light, or now they're even able to take information from you now, or utilize your conversations in um, a more relevant way, which is it. There's no, or at least it may still be a little bit of a resistance here, but now they're here willing to listen, or now they're here willing to almost follow. They're like, it's funny because they're almost saying, like, I'm the king. They're saying they're the king. They're the ones, with this situation or this experience in this realm. But you're like, you are the king. But in this realm, it's almost like they can't get through to the afterlife, or they can't get through to this almost like softer, delicate, more just softer and delicate realm. That's what it is, or fresh, or new, or pure energy, or whatever you want to call it. They're already well established, and it's nothing wrong with being well established. And there's no hierarchy in knowledge here. It is just, you're so well established that you don't have the freshness of a beginner's mind for a new situation. We need to come in with a fresh mind in the new situation, so we can get the best of the experience. This is funny. It's reminding me of an example, or a situation that I had, where I'm trying to explain. It was to my mom actually, about using Chime, like a card and money. We are talking about using Chime, and I'm telling her I can send her money basically if she um downloads the money on her card. And her thing was, you can't, from my past, or from my experience, every time, from now, and since she's basically saying, I've raised you up until this point, every time we had to do this, there's a fee, like there's a charging fee. She says, I don't want to do that because there's a fee. And I'm saying, no, they just added this. It's very new. That may have been the past, but this is a new situation that I've never experienced, and you've never experienced. But since you already have experiences of doing it before with the fee, she couldn't see the idea of any company like that was such an idea. Like she's like, in my experience, nothing's free. Everything has to, there's some catch or some charge. And I'm like, nope. Uh, my experience is it is new to me, but I've explored it. I've done it with friends before, so I know it works. She's like, no, like it, but you see how this is almost restrictive, and is it debilitating? Is that the right word? Where she's almost glued in, and there's old hairs. Like it's just an older way. It's not a wrong way, but it's just an older perspective or way of looking at things. Even though this is the king and this is the page, it's almost saying to not listen to the page, but just have fresh eyes as of a page. But yeah, the bottom of the card was money, and then the other one was upside down. That was very interesting. Take what resonates, leave the rest, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.